Hi. So I wanted to share a poem with Women's History Month in mind. And I wrote it actually many years ago while I was living in East Texas. Again, just a very creative and inspiring time in my life. It wasn't an easy time, but it was a time where I was surrounded by a bunch of wonderful, loving, creative, supportive families and women and families, from church and school and work. And one day I was driving home, or actually I just dropped off my daughters at their schools. And I noticed a lot of women with their children at the bus stops. And they were primarily Mexican Americans or Latina mothers. And it just touched my heart, and how devoted these mothers, were and are. And then just mothers in general, how devoted we are to our families. There's a lot that goes into motherhood, and it just inspired. And so I wrote a poem. It's called Con Cuidado, or Be Careful. Sometimes you'll hear Cuídate or Cuidado, mijita, or just be careful. And so I dedicate this to all the mothers out there, and happy Women's History Month, you guys. My mama used to always say when I begged to go and play, "Be careful, mijita, con cuidado." She didn't like to see me cry, her apron there to wipe my eye. "Be careful, mijita, con cuidado." She used to walk me to the bus and tried not to make a fuss about the mud that caked my shoes or the kids who tried to use her little girl, and always whispered, "Con cuidado." She always ran my bath and warned me, "Do not splash, don't stand up, you sit down, wash yourself, don't play around, con cuidado." Her eyes enveloped me with care, always determined to be there in my grief, in my sorrow, today and tomorrow. But who was there for her? Who was there to say, "Con cuidado"? I've often wondered of her past, why she had to grow up fast, why they did not see her pain, her silent cry in the rain. She did not have her mama there to whisper in her ear with care, "Be careful, mijita, con cuidado." Well, I am here for mama now. I'm strong enough to push the plow. I walk alone to the bus, and mama doesn't have to fuss about the mud on my shoes or the kids who try to use her little girl. "Bye, mama," and I whisper, "Con cuidado." A lot of mothers don't speak a lot about their past with their daughters, with their sons, with their children. But they have a history too, and it shades and colors how they love us. Sometimes our past get the better of us, and so we don't get the best parts of our parents. And then sometimes our parents overcome and they give us their best. And then sometimes parents just were born into great families, and it was never an issue. And there's no such thing as perfect parents. And I can attest to that. My daughters can tell you. But, those stories are precious. And regardless of what parenting we received, to give them the benefit of the doubt, to love them, to forgive, to have mercy, that's the thing. And so to all the mamas out there, you are loved, forgiven. Let's not be hard on ourselves, but encourage each other and keep moving forward together. That's the theme of this year's Women's History Month, is moving forward together. And I pray that women will continue to empower and encourage women and work through whatever trauma that would keep us from doing that, and being good to each other. And that includes women who wear the hat of mom and leader and servant and whatever it is. Let's keep moving forward together. But thank you to my mom and all the mothers out there. You are loved.